Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your long-awaited match preview for Chelsea versus Aston Villa, taking place tomorrow at 2 PM UK time, by the way. And I have to stress about that. Why? Because who's in charge of the timetable? It's to do with the TV companies. I know I'm right in relation to that. Whose decision was it to put 4 matches on at the same time on a Sunday and leave Saturday with nothing? And on top of that, the 4:30 kickoff on what's meant to be a Super Sunday is Sheffield United Newcastle. How has this happened? How has this happened? It's abysmal because not only can, I know I'm watching Chelsea Aston Villa. I also want to watch Arsenal Tottenham, but they're playing at the same time. I also want to watch Liverpool, but they're playing at the same time. I can't watch 3 or 4 games at once. You know, I'm not going to be doing this every single 10 seconds to try and see what's going on at every single match. Like, no. Honestly, unbelievable. I have to go off on that little rant and just get that out of the way. Because I'm going to be honest, we might have a lot of ranting this weekend. But look, it's in Chelsea's control. It's in Chelsea's control. I'd like to think it's in Chelsea's control. And why is it in Chelsea's control? Because we don't have any excuses. None. Chelsea go into this game against Aston Villa with all the cards in our favour. All chips are on our side of the table. Why? Well, you'd think that after a poor performance against Bournemouth, where we couldn't even hit a barn door, that we would wake up and try and take some momentum going into this game now and try and, revitalise ourselves, try and score goals at home at the Bridge. On top of that, Aston Villa have just played European competition away in Poland, despite Unai Emery rotating the team a little bit and playing with what some would deem a second-string Aston Villa team. They lost. They did rest some players. They brought on, I think, all their main players with about 25 minutes to go in the second half, and then no one got any goal from that point onwards. So you'd think that, again, we've been training all week. We've had 1 week to prepare for this game. It's another advantage in our favour. And on top of that, you'd think that we would have learned in terms of some of the things we're not doing, what we need to do, and like I illustrated in yesterday's video, the 5 things that I believe Chelsea need to do to start winning games again. If you haven't seen that already, go and check it out. I'll leave a link for you right here. Much appreciated to all of you that left all your comments. Very good reception over on that video. Great opinions. I'd say the majority agreed with what I had to say. There was a few that disagreed for various reasons, and very constructive criticism and very constructive reasoning, I would say. And some did make me reflect and go, good point. So honestly, fair play to all of you in the comment section that got involved. By the way, if you want to do more, get involved more and whatever, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded, and be here for the review tomorrow, because I don't know how this is going to end. I'll be completely honest. You know me, I like to be completely honest with all of you. Even when my feelings begin to shift or my opinions begin to change, I'm honest. I don't hide away and I tell you exactly how I'm feeling. Right now, I'd like to believe that tomorrow we're going to go and win the game. Chelsea will win this game. But, that's what I'd like to think. That's what we should think. But I've also got another side just thinking, is there enough reason for us to win this game? Are Chelsea going to make it harder than it should be to go out and win this game? And this is where I honestly feel like Chelsea don't have an excuse to not go out and win the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Aston Villa left with 3 points. I just wouldn't. And you know what? I'm going to try and reverse engineer this, because a lot of you believe that I'm a jinx. And when I say Chelsea are going to go out there and kill it, right, we lose. So I'm going to go in the other direction today. I am going to be completely real and say that I think there's more confidence, more emphasis, more reasoning on a footballing level as to why Aston Villa should come and get 3 points at the Bridge tomorrow. And that's going to shock a few of you. I believe Chelsea have the talent. I believe Chelsea have the resources. I think we have enough tools to be able to go and play well and get a result. But right now, even with Aston Villa going away into Europe and not picking up a win over at Warsaw, I still think they've got more momentum coming into this game to pick up 3 points than we do. And I have to put a warning out there. This result is key. Why? I told you guys against Bournemouth that we got to win. It's a must win. We didn't. We drew and we didn't have to score any goals, and we were quite lucky to leave with a flipping point on that day, right? Tomorrow is not just a must win. It's a win or the season ends. Now, some of you are going to think, nah, Younes, that's a bit over dramatic. No. I truly don't believe it is. Why? Because if Chelsea don't win tomorrow, we remain, after 6 games, 14th. 14th. Not just that. The fixtures that are coming up, I have stressed since before Bournemouth, since we played Nottingham Forest and lost that game, that the games that are coming up, we got to win. Because after the 21st of October, we got to play Arsenal, got to play Tottenham, got to play City, got to play Liverpool, got to play all these guys, right? Brighton, Brentford, all these teams that right now look like they will trample all over us. We need to pick up points, gain confidence, momentum, and then go into those big games. Rightfully, we can't expect to just go into those big games and pick up 3 points against every single one of them. That's unrealistic. But against these sort of teams, we don't have an excuse. So tomorrow is a must. If we don't win tomorrow, you know what? I might even give a little leeway. If we lose, so if we draw, it's still unacceptable. But if we lose, season's over. Season's over. Already, it's dead. Why? Like I said, we'd be 14th, still on 5 points after 6 games, on a less than 20% win percentage after 6 games, and we got to look forward after just playing Fulham and Burnley, which we can get 6 points from, but, even Fulham are 9th. But those 2 games you'd think we'd get 6 points from, and then we have to play all the big teams at once. We could be in a very dangerous position. And at that point, there's not even any thinking to try and get back to a point where we need to be. So this is what I'm saying. Tomorrow is key. And I want to say, hopefully, this is going to reverse engineer itself, and all the pessimism is going to hopefully get Chelsea to win. Fingers crossed. But I'm being real with you guys. The confidence is not high at the moment. And Aston Villa have a good team with a good structure under a good manager, Unai Emery. This is where I refer back to the point I made yesterday in those 5 things that I believe Chelsea need to do, where we need to just simplify everything. Stop overcomplicating and play the players that need to play in the positions that they need to play, and keep things simple. Keep things simple, please. If we start to overcomplicate again, and I'm looking at Poch here. I am looking at Poch. There is no reason why at home against Aston Villa we should be doing any weird experimental madness again. No, stop. Go back to what should work. Players in their positions. And I'm going to tell you what I think the starting lineup should be, on my opinion. My starting 11. But going into this, Aston Villa are currently 7th. Right? Having picked up 9 points from 5, we are sitting 14th, having picked up 5 points from 5. Now, this is why I'm saying if we lose tomorrow, it's over. Season's already finished. Why? Because even with the struggles that we are going through, even with the money spent that's looking like it's been maybe, miscalculated, misused, and we've not done what we've actually needed to do or addressed what we've needed to address, even so, there is no excuse for a team like Chelsea, with what it possesses and the tools and resources it has, with a manager like Poch, to be sitting in 14th. There's no reason. Realistically, look, I'll be honest with you. It's funny. I told someone this. I bumped into someone earlier on today. He recognised me. He was like, Younes, he's an Arsenal fan. And fair play. I know he's watching because he said he'd watch the preview. So fair play for you. But he was saying that, he supports Arsenal. And we were talking about Chelsea struggles and from an outside perspective, how he looks at it and whatnot. And, all the same reasoning in terms of Chelsea's crazy spending, miscalculation, the owners maybe being naive, lack of experience, all the things that lack of striker, all the things that people have been saying. But I even told him, I said, there is no reason why Chelsea should be where they are in the table. Now, like I said to him, if Chelsea were 6th or 7th or even 8th right now, there wouldn't be any meltdown. We understand where the level of the squad is. We understand where we are. We understand what we're trying to do, right? 6th, 7th, 8th is where, realistically, let's be honest, we should be. Not 14th. Not 14th. With these players and the level of talent that we have, there is no excuse to be 14th, 15th, in and around that region of the table once again after last season. No excuse. Playing an Aston Villa team who have just gone away to Europe while we've had a week to prepare at home, and after the performance against Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest, if we don't get a win tomorrow, this is what I'm saying. What confidence is there? Why do we need to think we belong anywhere higher in the table? There wouldn't be any other reason. So look, this is why tomorrow is an absolute must, and if we don't, then I think it's already a write-off. Team news, we are, with less injuries than we were against Bournemouth, we are looking forward to, apparently, the return of a possible Caicedo, as he is facing a late fitness test, so I think he did face one today. He should be available, but I have doubts as to whether he will start. Cucurella is available, apparently, and so is Ian Maatsen. Not Ian Maatsen, sorry. Madueke. Ian Maatsen is available, but Madueke is also available now. So, bearing that in mind, we go to the starting 11, and what I should do, I think it's self-explanatory. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Here is my starting 11. Right, let's get cracking, and we're going to get cracking with goalkeeper. Has to be Sanchez, without a doubt. And the defence, back four, flat four. No crazy experimenting and shifting players over and hybrids and all of that. I ain't doing any of that anymore, right? So, let's get cracking with the back four. Personally, look, I would go with Levi Colwill and Thiago Silva as the two central defenders. Thiago Silva rightfully is getting on, right? But we need a leader in this team, and we need someone that's going to lead by example. And some would argue he's not been at the best of his form. Some would play the sassy, but right now, with the rest of the team that I'm about to put out onto the pitch, I would play Thiago Silva, and you are about to see why. Levi Colwill alongside him as a central defender, please, for the first time this season, as an actual centre-back, remaining as a centre-back and not going anywhere. Don't go anywhere. If I see Levi Colwill shifting over to the left-hand side at any point tomorrow, I'm going to be screaming at that television in the same way that Turkish guy was screaming at the guy that hit him on his bike. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Right, so let's get moving into the full-back roles. Malo Gusto, for sure, at right back. Left back, Ian Maatsen. Listen, at this point, I even recognise that Chilwell is not looking very reliable, right? Ian Maatsen, I think, has a point to prove. Play him at left back. I think he's versatile. I think he's quick. I think he's strong. I think he's smart enough. I think he's got good technique. I think he knows how to play as a left back. He knows how to overlap. He knows how to cross. But he knows how to invert. I would play Ian Maatsen tomorrow. I would. And I think we'd get a good display from him. So for me, Ian Maatsen on the left. Now, central midfield, two midfielders. I would love to see Enzo and Caicedo together. I do have to say Enzo for sure. Caicedo, I don't think he'll start. I'll be honest. I don't think he'll start. So if that is the case, Ugochukwu alongside Enzo. As the DM, cool. Not a problem. So, like I said, if we can play with Enzo and Caicedo, then fantastic. If not, then Ugochukwu alongside Enzo. But I would prefer Caicedo and Enzo and get those two blending. Ahead of them has to be at this point. Please, for the love of God, Pochettino, play with a 10. Play with a 10. Cole Palmer can play there, play him there, please. Jackson is screaming for someone to play in behind him. Someone has to play in that role and fulfill that part of the pitch, because right now we have a hole. And because of that, Jackson's having to come deeper. We don't have anyone to link up with in the middle. We're constantly having to go to the flanks, and then we can't cross a ball to save our lives. And when we do, there's only Jackson in the box and there's no one there to support him. And Jackson himself isn't even great in the air. We know this. So we are already cutting ourselves off. Play with the ball at feet. Get a number 10 involved, get someone technical involved, and Cole Palmer can play there. Play him there. Simple. Play him there. So, if we don't see this tomorrow, I am flipping at Poch. I'm already flipping at Poch. There is no reason why we cannot play with this way. I have to. So, let's do that. On the right-hand side, Raheem Sterling. As far as I'm concerned, it's not really anyone else. Obviously, Madueke is available, but I would start off with Raheem Sterling for sure. On the left is where you can start having a little debate. But for me, I would give an opportunity to Mudryk, considering if we have a number 10. Mudryk is at a point where he can't be relied on his own. But if he's got some teammates around him like we haven't had in that number 10 role that can create a combination, that can support and can alleviate some pressure off that left-hand side and in turn allow maybe an Ian Maatsen to come in from behind and therefore create a little bit of overload and someone else to progress, that way Aston Villa can have multiple things to deal with at the same time, that could help us and it could help him. I feel like if we give too much responsibility to him, he'll fold. I mean, obviously, players have to be responsible. But I don't just want to give the ball to Mudryk and go on, you do it all. He won't. He'll fold. He'll lose the ball. So we need to allow him. We need to give him options in order for him to not lose the ball as frequently as he can be susceptible to. So I think it's crucial. Play with a 10, get him to link, and allow some space for Mudryk to get involved into. I think Mudryk on that left-hand side, if we play like this, right, in this way, will help him. So, there's that. And up top, of course, Nicholas Jackson. Some are calling for Armando Broja. Please. I mean, there's, constructive critique at a player's form or lack of goals. And then there's just going a little bit too crazy, which is like, okay, no, look, Broja can play up front. Screw it, he starts. He's just come back from an ACL, guys. And he's not even been in full training for how long? Barely even any days in full training. We want to start him. No, come on. Broja will come in time, don't worry. Maybe even from the Brighton game onwards, he might even be available. This game, but on the bench. Has to be on the bench. Has to be. Don't rush him back. If not, you'll probably do more damage than you'd think. So, Nicholas Jackson, and hopefully Nicholas Jackson can get firing. Keep it simple. Has a number 10 behind him. Just stay in the box. Come in and around the box and stay there. Don't drop any deeper than that. That's your job. Get the goals. Shoot as much as possible and get the goals. That is what I think we need to do. That is my starting 11, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Now, in terms of the score prediction, as I tell you guys to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Also, check out the socials. They are on screen for you right now. Much appreciated. This is where I have to be honest. This is where I have to be honest with you. I don't want to say anything else in the Chelsea win, but I'm not feeling good. I don't like how we're feeling. I don't like how we're looking. And I think it's in everyone's minds, even if they don't want to say it. And I think it's crucial that we're as truthful as possible in here. And we're not just being delusional for the sake of being delusional. I still think that somehow, some way, Poch isn't going to do what I've suggested. We're still going to make the same errors. We're still going to lose the ball very needlessly. We're still going to probably do some stupid things and probably miss some stupid chances. And, probably not hit the ball on target as much as we'd like to. Probably won't score as much as we'd like to, if we even do. And that's why I can't help but think that the best we're going to get from this game is a draw. Maybe a 1-1. I see Villa scoring. I'll be honest. I see Villa scoring. And if Villa score and we don't score, what does that mean? It means we lose. But I'd like to think that tomorrow we will score at home. So I'm leaning to a draw. But I wouldn't be shocked if we just blew it again. I really wouldn't. So, look, I think there's enough talent. I think we have the tools. I think Poch needs to just simplify. And if we get a first goal, I think we can run away with it. But where's that goal going to come from? Where's it going to come from? And are we going to look different than we have done in the last few games? Are we going to show up? God knows. Realistically, and I know what's on everyone's mind going into this, is the answer is no. I'd like to think we will, but I won't be delusional and I won't come on here and give you guys false hope. I am therefore going to go with a 1-1 draw just to balance it out. But I'll be honest, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good. And hopefully, me saying that is going to somehow get Chelsea to win this game. So, fingers crossed. But I would love, this just to put this into context, I would love, instead of me coming and saying, Chelsea are going to win tomorrow, yeah, and then we don't, I would rather say that I don't really think we're going to do anything, and then you guys come into the comments tomorrow on the review going, you should have more faith, Younes. See, we won. You should have more faith. Deep down, I'll be like, thank God we won. That's it. That's it. And you can throw all the comments at me. I couldn't care less. I will take it. Not a problem. If it means Chelsea win, I will take it. Throw them all at me. Throw them all at me. Not a problem. But I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be real. And right now, I'm not confident. I'm not confident. Aston Villa are a good team. They've got good structure. And this is why I'm not confident. Because I feel like they're going to come with a plan. They're going to come with confidence. They're going to come knowing that we are down. They're going to come knowing that if they just play fast, simple, quick tempo football, they will have chances. They will take them. They will score. And what happened last season at the bridge to Aston Villa? We lost. I can see the same thing happening. I can. But I'd like to think that maybe we've got a little bit more oomph about us, a little bit more resilience maybe, to prevent the goals from going in instead of just not scoring. And therefore, I want to say my official prediction is 1-1. So, still not a good result. Like I said, still not a good result. We have to win. Let's wait and see what happens. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow after it's all said and done for the match review. So make sure you are here. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you are here for that. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you all so much. Let me know your comments. Leave me your comments down in the comment section below. And I'll catch all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you lot then. Take care. And peace.